Shabbat Shalom and welcome to Parashat Acharei Kedoshim. A couple of weeks ago in Parashat Shmini, we read in the Torah the idea of different animals which we can and can't eat, whether they be land animals, birds or fish. And the Torah goes into great detail about those animals, which ones we can, gives great lists and the different characteristics of those animals. In our parasha, a couple of weeks later, the Torah adds another prohibition when it comes to food. That is the prohibition against eating blood. Even if it's an animal that we can eat, whether it's a kosher animal, especially land animals, we cannot eat the blood. The Torah says we have to cover it with earth. So why does the Torah add this now? Surely it should put it on earlier on in the Torah when we're putting down the ideas of eating different things and not eating other things. When I was young, I used to like reading the stories of Asterix and Obelix. When Asterix would take a magic potion and he would drink it and make him and transform him into something much stronger and much more powerful, and then he could go and bash the Romans. The Ramban, in his drashas on this week's parasha, explain exactly the same thing. And the Ramban says, basically, you are what you eat. When we went through the story of the other animals that we can and can't eat, those are chukim, things that we don't understand. Over here, there is a reason for not eating blood, says the Ramban. The reason is because it makes you into an aggressive person. Eating blood is a very primal thing. It makes you into an animal. It changes your whole body. It changes your whole outlook and your whole mindset. So the Ramban says, we don't want you to do that. Hashem does not want you to get involved with this and consume this blood and thereby turn you into something which is lower than what you really are. I think in our day and age, we can use the same analogy to our own lives with the type of things that we consume. I'm not talking about food, because the laws of kashrut are very clear and obvious to us all. I'm talking about media. I'm talking about the things which we take into our lives, the type of influences that we have. Right now, especially in this difficult time with coronavirus, we can be consumed by negativity. We can have and surround ourselves with people who have negative thoughts, negative ideas, and put those negative ideas into our head through their influence. We can listen to the news and hear about the terrible stories that go on all around the world. We can hear the different outrages that are happening, and we can allow those, if we're not careful, to affect us and to control us. In this parasha, the Ramban says, be very careful. Be careful what you consume. Because if you consume a lot of this outrage and a lot of this misery and a lot of this destruction and a lot of this downplaying of everything that is good, you can take that into your own life and you can become that person as well. For us right now, we have to focus on positivity. We have to focus on what we're able to do, not what we're not able to do. We have to focus not on the fact that we may be locked up, but on the fact that we get to spend time with our families. Not on the fact that we can't come to shul, but on the fact that we can pray at our own pace, not having to worry about what other people are doing. Every single thing that we have has a positive side to it. And if we look for that positive side, then we inject ourselves with this positive energy and enable ourselves to ride out this difficult time. What the Torah tells us at this time is don't eat bad stuff. Don't consume stuff that changes you in a bad way. We can also learn the reverse from that. If we consume positivity, surround ourselves with positive thoughts and positive feelings, listen to happiness, stories of inspiration, study the Torah. We've got whole books full of wonderful stories, wonderful inspirational things that happen. It's called the Tanakh. It's called the Bible. It's ours, and we can read it if we want to. But if we keep focusing on watching the news and surrounding ourselves with misery, then we'll feel miserable as well. If we want an uplift, if we want to change ourselves, consume goodness and happiness. You really are what you eat. You really are what you consume. Don't make yourself miserable. Don't make yourself negative. Be happy. Enjoy yourself. Look for positivity in whatever you can. And through that, Hashem will send us many blessings. I wish you Shabbat Shalom.